Hey everyone, welcome back to Entrepreneurial Edge. Today, we're diving into frugal living, 30 crazy frugal living tips that actually work. Strategies that can save you thousands without living like a monk. Whether you're starting out or optimizing, these tips are gold. Buckle up, hit that like button, and subscribe. Let's get started with tip number 1. Look, I get it. Setting financial goals might not sound exciting, but it's the foundation of everything. Without clear goals, it's like driving without a destination. You might end up somewhere but not where you wanted to be. Do you want to buy your dream house in the next 5 years? Retire early and travel the world? Start your own business? Write it down and break it into smaller, actionable steps. Having these goals will motivate and guide your spending and saving habits. It becomes easier to say no to impulse purchases. That shift in mindset is where the magic happens. So grab a pen and paper, or open up a spreadsheet and start defining those goals. Trust me, your future self will thank you for it. Alright, let's talk about coupons. I know what you're thinking. Seriously? Coupons? That's so old school. But hear me out, because using coupons effectively is like getting free money. And who doesn't love free money? We're not talking about spending hours clipping newspapers here. In the digital age, there are apps for that. Apps like Ibotta, Rakuten, and Honey automatically find and apply coupons at checkout, making it easier than ever to save. You can literally save hundreds of dollars a year on groceries, clothes, electronics, you name it, just by using these apps. And don't forget about manufacturer coupons. Many brands offer coupons on their websites or through email newsletters. Sign up for your favorite brands and watch the savings roll in. Remember, every dollar you save with coupons is a dollar you can put towards your financial goals. So, ditch the stigma around coupons and embrace the power of saving. Your wallet will thank you for it. Alright, let's talk about thrift stores. One of my favorite places to find amazing deals. You can find some serious gems if you know what to look for. We're talking designer clothes for a fraction of the price, vintage furniture with character you can't find anywhere else, and even brand new items that people just decided they didn't want. The key is to be strategic. Have a list and be patient. You'd be amazed at the stuff people donate. I've found designer shoes barely worn for like 90% off retail. It's like getting a secret bonus on top of saving a ton of money. Instead of buying brand new and contributing to more consumerism, you're repurposing something that might have ended up in a landfill. It's good for your wallet and good for the planet. So next time you need something, give thrifting a try. Look, I get it, entertainment is important. Everyone needs a way to relax and unwind, but you don't need to spend a fortune to have a good time. Some of the most fun experiences are free. Hiking, exploring your city, having a picnic, attending free concerts or festivals. These activities are easy on your wallet and often more rewarding. You're creating memories, connecting with loved ones, and experiencing new things without breaking the bank. Sometimes the simplest things are the most enjoyable. Entertainment doesn't have to equal spending money. Challenge yourself to find free or low-cost alternatives. Organize a board game night, host a potluck dinner, have a movie marathon at home. There are so many ways to have fun without draining your bank account. It's all about being resourceful and finding joy in the little things. There are tons of perfectly good items out there just waiting for a new home, and you can often get them for free. You just have to know where to look. People are constantly giving away furniture, clothes, electronics, you name it. Decluttering sales or garage sales are gold mines. Inspect everything carefully before taking it home, and don't forget about curb alerts. People are happy to see their unwanted items go to a good home. Alright, let's talk about budgeting. Now I know what you're thinking. Budgeting? That's so restrictive, man. But trust me, a budget isn't about limiting yourself. It's about understanding where your money is going. Think of it like building a house. You need a plan. That's what a budget is for your money. It's your financial blueprint. It helps you track income, expenses, and shows where to save. You'd be amazed at how much you can save by being mindful. Plus, you can allocate money towards what truly matters, like investing, travel, or early retirement. And creating a budget isn't rocket science. There are tons of apps that make it super easy. Just find what works best for you and stick to it. The bottom line is, if you're serious about financial freedom, you need a budget. So, take some time this week to create one, and you won't regret it. Growing your own vegetables might seem old-fashioned, but it's a game changer for your wallet and health. Grocery prices are insane, especially for fresh produce. By growing your own, you get the freshest, most nutrient-rich food and save money. You don't need much space. Start with a few pots on your balcony or windowsill. Tons of online resources make it easy for beginners. You'll be amazed at how much food you can produce with a little effort. Eat healthier, save money, and get fresh air and exercise. It's a win-win-win. Let's talk about DIY. Learning basic DIY skills can save you a ton of money. Every time you call a professional, you're paying for more than just labor. Those costs add up quickly. By doing basic repairs yourself, you save money. Plus, it's incredibly satisfying. Start with small projects like fixing a leaky faucet or unclogging a drain. Tons of online resources can help. The more you learn, the more you save. Embrace your inner handyman and save a fortune. Alright guys, let's talk about the cash diet. It's about restricting your spending habits. Swiping a credit card makes it easy to overspend, but handing over cash makes you feel the impact. You start to question every purchase. Suddenly, you're more mindful of your money. Try using cash for a week for everyday expenses. If you have extra cash at the end, treat yourself. Financial freedom is sexier than a maxed out credit card. Let's talk about takeout. We've all been sucked into its convenience, but those $15 salads and $20 sushi burritos add up. Ordering takeout multiple times a week is throwing money away. That's money that could be saved or invested. Cooking at home doesn't have to be complicated. Easy, healthy recipes can be whipped up in under 30 minutes. Your wallet and waistline will thank you. Alright, let's talk about subscriptions. Those sneaky little charges that drain your bank account every month. You sign up for a free trial, forget to cancel, and boom, you're paying for a service you never use. And those monthly fees add up fast. $10 music subscription, $15 gym membership, $5 meditation app, it all adds up. Those small subscriptions can add up to hundreds per year. That's money that could go towards your financial goals. If you don't need it, hit the cancel button. Take control of your subscriptions and start saving.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy.
Alright, let's talk about debt. Debt is like having a hole in your pocket. Money's constantly leaking out in the form of interest. Imagine filling a bucket with holes. It takes longer and requires more effort. Pay off your debt to plug those holes. Tackle debts aggressively for financial freedom. The feeling of being debt-free is priceless. Let's be real, we live in a consumer culture where everyone's constantly bombarded with messages to buy the newest, shiniest things. But guess what? You don't need the latest iPhone on release day. You don't need a brand new car that loses half its value the second you drive it off the lot. Think about it. Almost everything you need can be found used, often in great condition, for a fraction of the price. Being open to buying used can save you a ton of money in the long run. Plus, it's more sustainable and environmentally friendly. Negotiation isn't just for high-powered CEOs. It's a life skill that can save you money. From getting a better price on a car to negotiating a lower rent payment, to even haggling at a flea market, the ability to negotiate effectively is invaluable. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Start small, maybe try negotiating a late fee waiver. Be confident, polite, and prepared to walk away. Remember, the money you save is a direct increase in your income. Alright, this one might sound a little extreme, but hear me out. Your housing cost is probably your biggest expense every month, right? If you're renting or own a place that's bigger than you need, you're potentially throwing away thousands of dollars each year. Downsizing to a smaller apartment or house could free up a significant chunk of your income. I'm talking potentially hundreds, even thousands of dollars every single month, and you don't want to sacrifice comfort or live in a shoebox. But even downsizing slightly can make a big difference in your monthly expenses. We've all been there. You get home from a long day, and the last thing you want to do is figure out what to cook. So, you order takeout, and there goes another $30, $40, maybe even $50. But planning your meals ahead can save you a ton of money each month. Create a shopping list and stick to it, avoiding impulse buys. Plus, knowing what you're making each night reduces the temptation of takeout. Meal planning helps eliminate food waste and saves money. It can also be a huge time saver during the week. Imagine coming home and already having a delicious, healthy meal ready to go. Let's talk about cars. New car smell can be intoxicating, but it's not worth the financial hit. It depreciates by as much as 20% the moment you drive it off the lot. That's like setting thousands of dollars on fire. Buying a used car can save you a lot of money. Let someone else take that initial depreciation hit. Do your research, get a pre-purchase inspection, and make sure you're getting a reliable vehicle. A little research and patience can save you a lot of money. Alright, let's talk about alternative transportation. Owning a vehicle can be a black hole for your money. Gas, insurance, maintenance, it all adds up. But there are ways to slash those costs. Alternative transportation is key. Even small changes can make a big difference. Dust off that old bicycle. It's great exercise and free to operate. And don't forget about public transportation. Explore these options to save money and reduce your carbon footprint. Let's be real, utility bills aren't exactly the most exciting thing to talk about, but hear me out. Those monthly payments for electricity and water can really add up. The good news is, there are easy ways to reduce your consumption and save money. Unplug devices when not in use. Even in standby mode, they draw power. Turn off lights when you leave a room and switch to energy-efficient LED bulbs. Fix leaky faucets and shorten your showers to save water. Small adjustments can make a huge difference in your utility bills over time. Alright, let's get real for a second, guys. Life throws curveballs. Unexpected expenses pop up like weeds, and if you're not prepared, they can seriously derail your financial progress. That's why building a solid emergency fund is absolutely crucial. Think of it as your financial safety net, there to catch you if, or should I say when, the unexpected happens. Now you might be thinking, Graham, I'm already on a tight budget, how am I supposed to save for emergencies? I get it, but trust me, it's possible. Start by setting a realistic savings goal, even if it's just $50 or $100 a month. Every little bit counts. Treat your emergency fund like any other essential expense and make it a non-negotiable part of your budget. One of the best ways to grow your emergency fund faster is to automate your savings. Set up a recurring transfer from your checking account to your savings account each month. You won't even miss the money, and it'll add up quicker than you think. And here's a pro tip. Stash your emergency fund in a high-yield savings account. This way, your money is earning interest while it sits there, ready for action. Remember, having a healthy emergency fund isn't about being pessimistic. It's about being prepared. It's about having the peace of mind knowing that you can handle whatever life throws your way without going into debt or derailing your financial goals. So, start building that safety net today and thank yourself later. Alright guys, let's talk about turning your clutter into cash. We all have stuff lying around the house that we don't use anymore. Maybe it's clothes that don't fit, old electronics, or even furniture taking up space. Instead of letting it gather dust, why not sell it? Think about it. That old iPhone collecting dust in your drawer, that could be a couple $100 back in your pocket. That vintage lamp your aunt gave you that doesn't match your style. Someone on Etsy might consider it a treasure. There's a market for almost anything these days. You can list items on platforms like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, OfferUp, or even specialized apps like Poshmark for clothes. Take good photos, write clear descriptions, and price your items competitively. You'll be surprised how quickly things can sell. Remember, selling unused items isn't just about making extra cash, it's also about decluttering your living space. A clean and organized home can do wonders for your mental clarity and productivity. Plus, it feels amazing to get rid of stuff you don't need. It's a win-win situation. If you're serious about achieving financial freedom, you need to know where your money is going. It's like driving a car without a speedometer. You have no idea how fast you're going or how much fuel you're using. Tracking your expenses and income gives you a clear picture of your financial health. Now, I know what you're thinking. Budgeting? That sounds boring and restrictive, but trust me, it doesn't have to be. There are tons of apps out there like Mint, Personal Capital, or even just a simple spreadsheet that make tracking your finances incredibly easy. Once you start tracking, you'll be amazed at what you discover. You might find out you're spending way too much on takeout coffee or those impulse Amazon purchases. This awareness allows you to identify areas where you can cut back and save more money. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding your spending habits, you gain control over your finances. This allows you to make informed decisions about your money and work towards your financial goals more effectively. Listen, we've all been there. You see a flashy new gadget or trendy shoes and you're tempted. But think about your long-term goals. Does this purchase align with them? Will it help you achieve financial freedom? If not, reconsider. Every dollar spent today could grow for your future. Focus on the bigger picture. Let's talk about buying groceries. It can really dent your budget if you're not careful. But it doesn't have to be a budget killer. Embrace the beauty of the discount section. You can find perfectly good produce, bread, and meat at a steep discount. Every dollar saved on groceries is another dollar for your financial goals. Let's be real, we live in a digital age. Take advantage of the tools available to us. There are powerful tools to help you save money. I'm talking about cashback apps and credit cards. Credit cards can be dangerous if not used responsibly. Pay off your balance in full every month. You're missing out if you're not using a cashback card. Get a little something back on everyday purchases. Tons of cards offer cash back on groceries, gas, and online purchases. Even 5% back in some cases. And don't forget the sign-up bonuses. Some cards give you hundreds of dollars just for signing up. It's like free money. Use these cards responsibly. Pay them off in full every month to avoid interest charges. Achieving financial freedom isn't just about saving money. It's also about making more of it. Start a side hustle. I know what you're thinking, I'm already busy enough. But a side hustle doesn't have to be a full-time job. Sell handmade goods on Etsy, offer freelance services, or drive for a ride-sharing service. Find something you're passionate about. Think about your skills and interests. Extra income can go towards your financial goals. So, what are you waiting for? Start brainstorming today. You guys know I'm all about that long-term game, right? Building wealth, securing your financial future, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And guess what? The same goes for your purchases. It might be tempting to go for the cheapest option every time, but hear me out. Think about something you use all the time. Your phone, your laptop, maybe even your mattress. Buying a slightly more expensive, higher quality version that lasts twice as long is actually saving you money in the long run. It's about being strategic with your spending. Do your research, read reviews, and invest in items that are built to last. You'll thank yourself later when you're not constantly having to replace things. Trust me, it makes a huge difference, not just in your wallet, but in the amount of waste you're producing. It's like buying a cheap coffee maker that breaks after a year versus investing in a good one that lasts a decade. Which one is actually cheaper in the long run? Think about it. Alright, let's talk about putting your money to work. Most people think saving is enough, but if your money is just sitting in a savings account, you're missing out on some serious potential. Remember inflation? Yeah, that thing that makes everything more expensive over time? Well, if your money isn't growing at least at the rate of inflation, you're actually losing purchasing power. That's why investing is crucial. Investing in things like stocks, bonds, or even real estate allows your money to grow passively over time. It's the magic of compounding. Your money earns money, and then that money earns even more money. It's how you build real wealth, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Start small, diversify your investments, and don't be afraid to seek advice from a financial advisor. Remember, the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Alright guys, let's talk about gifts. We all love giving and receiving them, but they can put a serious dent in your wallet. But here's a frugal tip that's close to my heart. Make your gifts instead of buying them. Think about it, a homemade gift has so much more thought and effort put into it. It's personal, it's unique, and it shows the recipient that you really care. Plus, it's a great way to save money, especially around the holidays when you're buying for multiple people. Instead of dropping hundreds of dollars at the mall, why not put your skills to use? You can bake cookies, create personalized photo albums, or even knit a scarf. There are tons of DIY gift ideas online, and the best part is, you can tailor them to the recipient's interests. Trust me, a heartfelt homemade gift will be cherished far more than any generic store-bought item. Now let's talk about something near and dear to many of us, looking good. But let me tell you, those salon visits can add up, and fast. Haircuts, coloring, manicures, the costs can be insane. But fear not, there's a frugal solution. Learn to do it yourself. I'm not saying you need to become a professional stylist overnight, but there are simple things you can do at home to save a ton of money. Start with basic haircuts, try at-home manicures and pedicures, and experiment with DIY hair masks. YouTube is your best friend here, with countless tutorials for every beauty need. Remember that first haircut I gave myself? It wasn't pretty, but hey, we live and learn, right? The point is, even if you're not perfect at first, you'll get better over time, and the money you save will be totally worth it. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of knowing you did it yourself. And there you have it, guys. 30 crazy frugal living tips that work extremely well. Remember, living frugally isn't about depriving yourself, it's about being smart with your money and making conscious choices that align with your financial goals. If you found these tips helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos on entrepreneurship, personal finance, and of course, frugal living. Keep hustling, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next one.